I'm here at the Transformation Indaba 2024 to represent the players.
Our 2024 Indaba on DEI, we were looking at the theme that is on our journey to create a culture of excellence, whilst we are following excellence to make sure that we are sure about the belonging part of all our members. So I would say we have achieved that objective through this Indaba. And we are looking forward to the outcomes.
Well, the last one we had was in 2018, which was like, 6 years ago? And a lot has changed since, as you can imagine. Like, the organization itself, the ecosystem itself, but also create in totality. There's been quite a lot of movement. We've got leagues, we've got everything else that you can think of. So it was quite important as a system. We take stock of where we are, the resolutions that have come out from the previous Indabas. How have they achieved us to move to where we want to get to? Are there some that basically need to be reviewed? Are there some that need to continue? But also importantly, are there some that we needed to discard, and bring about new changes?
It's been an interesting couple of days of discussions, presentations, looking backwards as well as forwards. We need to understand what has not worked within the transformation pipeline in particular. What are the steps that we need to take in order to fix that? And so there's been a focus on schools cricket, on the CSA hubs at regional level, and trying to grow the pool of players coming through the pipeline system so that there's a bigger spread of talent at provincial level and then ultimately into the Proteas national teams.
The Indaba has been absolutely amazing. The input that we received from all the speakers has been so aligned. Everyone is talking about the same key themes, that of ensuring the historically disadvantaged people, including women in the game, but also making sure that in terms of our procurement budget, we spend as much as possible buying from the designated group. So I think we all emerging out of this Indaba with a very clear agenda of how we're going to promote DEI, from having very clearly articulated goals, action items, and leadership that is going to drive implementation quite hard in the next 4 years.
I think having this conference and speaking about transformation, I think it's something that affects everyone. And I think we have to have the conversations, whether they're nice conversations or uncomfortable, but I think these sort of issues need to be spoken about so that we can come to agreements with solutions that are best for everyone and to obviously move the game forward and reach as many South Africans as possible.
It's been a really interesting and fulfilling couple of days, I feel. It's always great in cricket when you can get all the different stakeholders together under one roof to share their views, their opinions, their experiences openly in a forum with the intention of really making cricket South Africa better. So yeah, it's been a great 3 days.
The key points, or rather the key stuff that I actually took out from the session today was I didn't know how far we are behind in terms of the stats about Black African players, getting the opportunity and getting good quality opportunity to perform at the level that we know that they could. So yeah, that was quite a very important point for me, and I think we still do have a lot of work to do. And yeah, I think today's session is just highlights that these things are actually out there and we need to tackle them.
Writing our history has shown how exclusion happened on a massive scale pre-unification of South African cricket. So the whole thing of redress and representativity, or diversity, equity and inclusion, as we spoke about at this Indaba, becomes very, very key. And I'm very impressed in the same way that one has seen a new history emerge and tell the story differently, encouraging a new kind of culture. We've also seen tremendous progress actually in various areas, from a few hundred women cricket players at Unity to over 55,000 girls and women playing today, but still nearly not where we should be. And hopefully that's going to be a tremendous growth area, for instance. So I think my impression, having been to many of the 5 of these seminars before, the Indabas, is that this one has a real sense of purpose. We're at a stage now where we have to finally move from talking and goals to actually making the realities of visions happen.